I can't zoom in on it, but this video looks like Linus opening the 5090 and trying to do 8K gaming. And it's very annoying to me that the focus on the 50 series is obviously things like AI, and all that garbage, when in reality, rasterization is what we're after. So I'm intrigued to see what's Big Boy Linus going to say about it, because I trust his opinion for the most part. But yeah.
Gaming is clearly dead. Remember when...
That I actually didn't know this. I've already seen, like, you know when you hover over a video on YouTube and then it gives like a little preview. I seen it before, so I went, huh? So I was like, damn. So I didn't know this was a thing. I thought it was always like, obviously I've still got my original PS5 chilling in the corner, hiding because he's shy. That still has 8K on the box, which is mental. What happened? Why is that? Because they actually got some sense? Because not even the PS5 Pro can do 8K.
Sony removed the claim from the PlayStation 5 box?
No,
well,
Linus,
now Nvidia has also backed out, with it going from being a selling point to being a footnote to not appearing at all on the brand.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Being a footnote to not appearing at all on the product page for their brand new RTX 5090.
So you're telling me the 5090? The thing is, right, I seen, he's called like, his name's like Crispy or something. But it's like that guy that does all the benchmarking videos. I seen him do a video on Forza Horizon 5 and it ran like 16K even. It made low graphics, but it ran 60 FPS. It was decent. So 8K gaming's possible. Is it worth it? In Forza Horizon 5, it is maybe the most well-optimized game on this planet, apart from like CS2. Maybe not even CS2, CSGO was, but you get the point.
But to heck with all of that, because you guys want to see it. We're going to see for ourselves if their new RTX 5090 liquid graphics card can not only beat last gen, but...
After my experience with a water-cooled PC, liquid's never going to happen.
Maybe even manage something better than barely playable, thanks to Blackwell's architectural improvements, including DLSS 4 and multi-frame gen.
That's the problem, you see. That's the problem. It's not like 8K gaming has to be possible to an extent, but what about not using DLSS? What about not using frame gen? What about not using AI? What about just rasterization performance? There's no chance you're going to run Cyberpunk. Maybe you'll never run it with path tracing. You might not even be able to run ray tracing on a 5090 at 8K. 8K is just a wild. Like such in my mind, it's such a far thing until everyone's got 8K TVs. It's just pointless. There's not that much of a difference, for at least from what I've seen. I haven't seen that many 8K displays, and I definitely don't have an 8K display. But you know, it's interesting.
Or NFG. I have my doubts, especially when you consider the ray tracing requirements of some modern games. Can anything push 33 million pixels and trace rays at the same time?
Surely not. No, that graphics card just shut out. No, I can't do it. Instant regret. I hate myself. Cool.
Let's hope so.
No, it can't.
Lie. As much as we're about to kind of dunk on 8K for being pointless, it does look really good.
Yeah, the bigger the TV, the higher the resolution you kind of want.
Just play it.
Right?
With that said, for most gamers,
the
benefit of 8K resolution is vastly outweighed by the main drawback, which is, of course, much reduced performance. But it's still impressive to see, and especially with DLSS AI-assisted upscaling, and in games that support it, frame generation, we get a surprisingly usable experience. In fact...
But this is the thing. This is the reason why I wanted to watch this video, is that didn't Nvidia say that, haven't they always said that for frame generation, the recommended FPS is 60, a baseline 60, not you want to use frame generation and DLSS to get to 60, isn't the baseline 60? And that's what's annoying to me about the 50 series in general, is that it focuses so much on DLSS, and I could be wrong when I say this, but I want to say there's like a 20 to 30% increase in rasterization performance, maybe a bit more, but the point is, that isn't good enough, because if I want to do 8K gaming, I don't want to have to rely on DLSS, rely on frame generation just to get 60. And look what they're getting here. They're getting, looks like 96 FPS right here. So if they're getting 96 FPS with DLSS, and let's say, I don't know if Doom Eternal does support frame gen, but let's say it does, 96 FPS, That ain't very good. I don't want to have to rely on frame gen just to get 96 FPS. That ain't good enough. That's why I wanted to watch this.
A lot better than I remember it being.
Yeah, we were getting what, like 60s and 1% lows before 2 years ago. We got a 9800X 3D now.
Couple of years worth of driver development, and we're looking at more like 80 to 85 FPS in our 1% lows. Like, dude,
it's not bad.
Feel this.
It's 100% playable. More than playable. Like, this is good.
It feels really good. And this is still on the 4090, mind you.
Yeah, with DLSS.
Now, I have a question for you, sir.
Ooh, maybe it's not using frame gen then. Ooh, that's my main problem is frame gen. That's all I care about. I got beef with that.
Well, you used to.
Yeah, it's in that computer right there, right?
Right, for the shoot today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Anyway, before the launch of the 5090, you and I have both gone on the record saying we were going to buy one.
Yeah, 4K is really demanding.
Period.
Yeah.
After seeing them side by side today, I think we have to decide, do we still feel the same way?
The launch was today. It was a paper launch, kind of. I did get a pre-order.
No way.
I have not paid a dime yet. I have about a month to decide before it gets here, and I have to like actually go in and drop 3,200 Canadian dollars.
Oh my god, bro, that's I could buy. God, the PC I could get with 3,200. I mean, admittedly, it's Canadian dollars. It's not nearly as much as it is in pounds. But that's wild. If I had £3,200,
so today is a big decision then.
It really is.
Let's swap out this 4090.
Okay.
Because this is literally your upgrade that you would be doing. And on paper, it really is a tempting piece of tech. With 32 gigs of GDDR7 VRAM and almost 5,400 extra CUDA cores, the 5090 is a powerful GPU. And the Supreme Liquid from MSI is about as top of the line as it gets.
it's a friggin' beautiful graphics card, that, even if it is this liquid crap.
Hybrid cooling, smaller side form factor. This is what, 2.25 slots?
I don't mind that. That's not bad.
2580 megahertz boost clock. Outside of water blocking a card yourself, this is probably going to be about the most compact 5090 on the market, aside from NVIDIA's own FE cards. There it is. Ploof's 49. Oh, God.
No, please don't do it.
No, I'm not going to. Here goes our 5090. Oh, yeah. We're in gaming mode, right? Heck yeah.
We better be.
Heck yeah, brother.
We need that 50 megahertz for 8K.
Dude, I would not say no to any megahertz when it comes to 8K gaming. I also do wonder if the extra VRAM is going to make a difference.
Oh, definitely.
I've always wondered, because I don't know why, right? But in my head, the more VRAM a card has got, the better a game's going to run, which is kind of true. But I don't know why. Since swapping to the, the thing is, you got to remember on my old PC, I had an RDX 2080 Ti. I'm running a 4070 Ti Super, which has a lot of VRAM, and it sounds like a much better, and it is for the most part a much better upgrade. It does run games better, but for some games, it's not that much of a difference in terms of pure FPS. It can be like a 20-30 increase, but not that much. It's not wild. So, going from 11 gigabytes of VRAM to 16, you'd think, oh, it's a big difference. It's huge. It's going to be 100 extra. No, it's not. It's not. So, he's talking about 32 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, it might help with stuttering or whatever, but I don't know, especially for the new games that use loads of it. Like, I've never played Indiana Jones, but given it's got a ray tracing requirement, I can only assume a lot of those juicy VRAMs is going to be used.
Definitely will.
24 gigs is a lot, and 32 gigs is a lot more. Oh, I don't have frame view on. Let's try to guess.
Sure. Yeah, it's better, though.
It's a good idea.
Definitely better. Yeah. No question it's better. Oh, dude.
Our review came out. I have a general idea of what the performance uplift should be.
Mm-hmm. So what they're doing, they were doing about 90 FPS before. If I had to guess, well, I don't know for certain. I'm gonna, like I say, I think it's between a 20 and 30% increase on the rasterization. Admittedly, this was of DLSS, but I'm going to say about 110 to 120 FPS.
121% lows.
Oh, dude, I think you're bang
1% lows is 120.
Really?
I think you're bang on. Yeah. Here, you can. Here, we'll try to co-game here. Oh, it might even be. Yeah. Oh, it might even be a little higher.
Ain't no way.
You know what?
That'd be impressive.
Playing Price is Right rules, I'm going to be a total dick, and I'm going to go
119.
115.
Yeah. All right, let's turn it on and take a look.
Okay.
Oh, you win. Yeah,
Damn.
like 120.
It's like
Okay.
120, dude, you nailed it.
Oh man, that's
you nailed
fast.
it.
That's higher than I thought it would be, you know. That's about frame
I
gen.
want to spend $3,000.
And the thing is, the 5090 raster for
That's
raster,
mental.
Yeah, it's not that much faster than the 4090.
It's not, but still.
But what it
is faster.
is faster.
Yeah, and it's got those new RT cores as well. And
It's faster than I thought it was. Because that's not like... Actually, it could be. If it's, let's say it's 30% and you're running 95 FPS, that's what, 9.5, 19, and then 28.5 extra FPS. 95 plus 28 it's about 120. So yeah, it is about a 30% increase, which I don't know. Just going from the 4090, I'm like, it's imagine you had a 4090 which already cost, I don't know how much it was, 1,500, let's say, and you're going to you spent 2,000. 3,200 Canadian dollars on a new card, and it's not that much of a difference.
more of them, and I love ray tracing.
Why don't we turn off DLSS?
Ray tracing for me, quick note, ray tracing for me has never been noticeable unless it's in Cyberpunk, where it feels like it's made for ray tracing. And I don't play Cyberpunk with ray tracing, I do play it with path tracing, because path tracing is more noticeable to me versus not having it on. If that makes sense. Ray tracing, you can look at some comparisons and you're like, oh, it looks the same without it. But path tracing is where I really notice the difference, even without needing to see a comparison. I'm like, that's using path tracing, I can tell.
Okay,
Path tracing is the way forward, 100%.
yeah,
Can we run native? What we needed
Might be able to.
DLSS for on the 4090?
probably. Honestly,
75 FPS
Probably.
is my guess. No, actually, maybe not.
Getting like 100%
Oh, damn.
average.
That's higher than I
And
thought.
it's like
90 something.
91% lows. So you are getting native performance
okay.
where you used to need DLSS.
That's not bad.
That's all I want. No.
But Doom Eternal is a very well optimized game. Doom Eternal's
You know, as much
an
as I
obvious
don't like
choice for
frame
us.
gen, the fact that we're starting at like 90 or 100 FPS, that means DLSS and frame gen together, it's not going to feel completely terrible.
With that said, Doom Eternal, incredibly well optimized game.
There you go.
And it's not exactly a spring chicken.
There you
I
go.
mean, the sequel is supposed to come out in like 3 months. Why don't we move on?
All right. Yeah, high DLSS off.
Okay.
We were getting about 61 FPS with our 1% in the mid to high 50s.
Uh-huh. So we crushed it.
Oh no.
Well, it's only about 80 though, isn't it?
1% are 83.
It's not that much of a
However-
difference though.
I haven't moved yet. Oh.
That's actually it didn't affect it very much at all. This seems totally fine.
This is such a pretty game for how old
Not
it is,
too
dude.
shabby.
I know. Okay, turn DLSS on.
All right.
Just you know,
Just
twist
twist
the
it.
knife. Twist the knife.
All right. I'm turning it on. We're going to stick with quality today.
Oh, 100%.
Let's not touch ray tracing yet. Okay, so now
Oh, they're not.
we have some
Oh.
performance headroom.
Didn't even
where
realize
we
they weren't
can
playing with
enable
ray tracing before.
It's not as high of a jump as I was expecting though.
No, the rumors were looking really impressive, and then it's
Also, what the
what?
Did you not see that weird checkerboarding?
That's the thing, though. When I'm playing
Oh.
the game,
You don't notice it
I
as
don't
much?
notice it as much. I was focused on what I was aiming at.
Oh man, it takes me right out of it. It's because my eyes are looking everywhere. They're not looking just center of the screen.
Oh, there it is.
You saw that? Yeah, you saw that too?
Ooh.
You see it now?
Oh, that's ugly.
Hella weird, right?
Yeah, no. The reason I didn't notice is because
You see it now?
You can see it there. It goes along like those. Oh, that would. Oh, bro, I'd. Considering the type of games I play, open world, slow paced, really, really slow paced, and I just in taking the world, but having that ruin it, ruin
that's
it.
Hella weird, right?
yeah, no. The reason I didn't notice is because I was like really focused on the shot.
Yeah.
No, that's
Awful.
kind of
Jarring is what the
So,
word is looking for, Linus.
DLSS quality.
Damn.
You know, maybe it's just not good at 8K.
Man, that's pretty, but not in motion.
Oh, DLSS is off. Yeah, they think it's on.
Oh, it's doing the checkerboard thing again. Like,
Well, I still have DLSS on,
Yeah.
and now I have RT on, and it seems like it's struggling even more. Whoa!
RTX DLSS.
Was not on.
What did we turn on then to go from 80 to 100? Or
I
whatever?
turned on ray tracing.
Oh, you turned on ray tracing, but not DLSS.
It turned it off.
Oh, okay. I
So
understand.
that checkerboarding
that was just
is
8K.
not DLSS.
Oh wow.
So this is running at native with ray tracing.
Okay, I'm a little more impressed.
I'm
so
not.
then if that's not
40
DLSS,
FPS.
then we should turn it on.
We should.
It's still pretty sharp. Yeah. There's a lot of tearing, but we can't really blame it for that. We're not running variable refresh rate because this is an older TV.
You know what? I forget what game I was. I've been playing a lot of emulation games recently, and I've been playing them on the TV, which obviously puts them in a native 4K, and then I upscale them to 4K as well. And I was playing a certain game. I want to say it was Driver 76, which is like a PSP game. And I was playing that, and I noticed how much VSync, like, tearing there was. I don't know. As far as I knew, I had it turned on, but obviously I didn't know it must have been turned off. But the point is, it was giving us loads of tear, and I was like, ugh! But like, that's what made us realize that, because my monitors that I've got are supposed to have FreeSync, but it's not obvious that it does, and it's not obvious that G-Sync's turned on, but I never see screen tearing, so I think it must be working. It's a satisfying thing to have. Like, I don't think I can ever go back.
So that's the solution there, even if it does come at the cost of some latency.
It's difficult to not go back. I feel like every single monitor has G-Sync these days.
In-motion clarity, ignoring the tearing.
Ignoring the tearing, it is not perfect.
They do a Cyberpunk. Oh, they do a Cyberpunk test.
Not awful.
That's what I want to see.
I'm not gonna lie. I think for the first time, I would probably turn on DLSS in this. I don't see a downside here.
It's better. Fine. I would too.
What about a competitive game though?
CS2?
Can we play CS2 at 8K at like hundreds of FPS? Because this is a pretty light game.
It's light, but it's not CSGO light. Counter-Strike 2 is out.
Yes.
And it is harder to run. So when we tried our 4090 earlier,
Counter-Strike 2 is not an easy game to run. Especially with smoke and stuff.
120 average.
Okay, what were we playing?
1%, 70 to 90. We were playing Dust 2.
Dust 2, yeah.
Good old Dust 2.
Okay. It is amazing how bad I managed to be at Counter-Strike when you can see I can game. Like in Halo. I think I looked pretty okay there. But like, look at this. I can't even.
Well, they're only getting 60 FPS. That can't be right.
Dude, this is very usable.
It's like.
Wait, are these people?
Yeah, you're in a real match. It's like 90 to 100 and our 1% lows.
So this is my problem. I just need more pixels most of the time.
It's true. The more pixels you have, the easier it is to click heads. I mean, in a sense, kind of. I'm not saying that it's going to make everyone instantly a...
Dude, am I just
Damn, he's actually popping off. He's just killed Wait, he's killing teammates? Is he killing teammates? Yeah, he's killing teammates. He's like, I'm going ham. Oh, no. Is that right? That can't be right. No, it can't be right, because there's loads. Maybe it's a free-for-all. But because it's counter-terrorists and terrorists, it just appears with the colour?
Like,
I don't know.
Dude, I
was like 4 kills in a row.
You have never seen me.
Not that good.
Like
you would have been kicked by that point, surely. Oh, we're switching to Cyberpunk now.
Many in a row.
All right. Let's pivot and let's run something a little more demanding.
This is what I want to see, for sure.
Oh, yeah, Cyberpunk. We were having troubles with our 4090 earlier. It launched once, ran great, and then we went to turn DLSS on, and the whole thing capped the VRAM at 24 gigs, and it just was not happy with us.
More RAM could be the solution.
Honestly, maybe.
Now that's sharp.
Looks beautiful.
That's sharp.
Oh.
Sharp, boys. Okay, graphics. Okay, what did you want? Ray tracing ultra?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's whack.
It's not path tracing. It's just ray tracing.
Okay, all right.
Turn off DLSS, native. Let's
the Battlefield can turn on path tracing, I swear.
Also off. Ray trace lighting, ultra.
Okay.
Everything else is on. Path tracing is off.
Okay.
Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what we're getting.
1% lows of
huh?
60.
Oh my god, that's not even path tracing. Getting 20. I mean, it's 8K. Let's not forget that.
Thanks.
Averages of 17.
Bro.
We've had some good 8K gaming experiences today. This is not one of them.
This is our first true ray tracing experience, though, at 8K. And admittedly,
I'd be interested to see. A lot of people say that the Cyberpunk high, you've got high then ultra. High is the best setting. You know, you don't get many visual differences between high and ultra. People say so. Go for high for the best kind of balanced performance. It'd be interesting to see if they did that without ray tracing.
It looks beautiful.
Oh, dude.
It would probably go about 40 at high.
Incredible.
It just plays like ass.
Yeah.
All right, turn DLSS on.
Yep. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
This is actually very legit. It basically doubled our frames.
I want to see more. I want to see more first. But it's actually. I'm.
Yeah,
seeing
you
some
see all that
weird
boiling and stuff in the lights as you drive past it too. Oh, that one didn't have lights on it. But turn around and go and look at those street lights.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you really start to see the issues with RTX and DLSS.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Look at how terrible that looks.
Is that DLSS?
Yeah, it's not as bad.
No, it's way better.
It's way better, actually. It is 100% DLSS. It's fuzzy. It's all over fuzzy, but it's not doing that weird ripply, boily thing.
I'm surprised that the transformer didn't fix that.
To move it around. And that's my problem right now, is I really want to play native 4K, RT on. I don't need everything set to like ultra. It can be high or very high, and that's fine. But here's my problem. I go turn RT on. Oh, the performance is bad. Okay, DLSS. And then I get this stuff. And I can't handle this. I try.
He's just freaking nailed exactly what I think. Like exactly what I think. The reliance on DLSS and frame gen is too much when the rasterization is not possible. You still, as far as I know, you can't get 60 FPS in Cyberpunk at 4K native with like ray tracing and path tracing and stuff. I'm almost certain you can't. So
it's crazy. And I don't understand how people can like play and not notice it. Like, how do you not see this? How do you not notice that?
Oh, it's ugly.
Maybe you have bad night vision and you get halos in the real world? Look, I'm just trying. I'm playing devil's advocate right now. You know what's too bad? Is honestly those street lamps are the only things that really stand out to me right now.
I know. Everything else looks pretty good. That's the thing. DLSS
you see so many of them?
Really good. Like, that's what I'm complaining about. Like, come on. Everything else looks great. I mean, I'm sure if we stopped and nitpicked, we'd find a couple other really good examples, but that's the main one. And if that's what I'm complaining about, come on. Like, it's gotten incredible. Let's try path tracing. Just DLSS. It's back to where we were.
Oh, no, wait, that's DLSS off.
16 averages with like a 14 low.
That's it. Yeah, DLSS is off right now. Even though you just said try it with DLSS.
It's back to where we were. 16 averages. With
Oh,
like a
I
14
would die.
low.
I hate that.
It looks beautiful, admittly.
And when I have an 80-90, I'm going to enjoy the crap out of this.
Hell yeah.
If I drive really slow, it's actually
Doing this right now, in 80-90 still will not be able to do that.
kind of palatable.
Wouldn't surprise us.
Turn on frame gen.
Okay. The latency is going to suck.
I know it will. 100 frames a second, 75 frames a second.
That feels uncanny, dude.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen that. Hold up. The PCL is the PC latency.
Is gonna suck.
I know it will.
So with frame gen, looking at 39, 81. Oh no! 200 milliseconds of latency. Imagine pressing a button on your controller and then 200 milliseconds later. Feels sick.
Frames a second.
That feels uncanny.
It's a consistent like 150 when you turn the camera. That's
bad.
disgusting.
Is your boiling better? It's not perfect, but it seems better.
It's less noticeable, but it's still happening. This beta branch, I don't know if it has fixes to DLSS 4 or anything, but yeah, it looks a little better. It's still super noticeable to me though.
Oh, it's definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
And you can see almost the entire thing.
Oh yeah, that was really bad
Instead
when
of-
you were there.
Yeah,
I know. Yes.
It's like a
When you drove past it.
it's like a really nasty fast pan in a movie at 24 frames per second.
Yeah. I think it's because it's getting to the edge of the screen. It's like, oh, you're not looking up there anyway. We don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that's an interesting theory.
Well, it's
Because it
kinda
does
hot.
look pretty good. Oh,
Oh, that's
no, it might just be
ugly.
the speed at which the object is moving.
maybe.
It just doesn't have enough real frames.
God, that's bad. That was bad.
Well, that's why you need 60 FPS.
Let's look off into the distance, though.
Sure.
Nvidia,
Into the distance.
come on.
I'm trying real hard to just not pay attention to it and just look at the pretty lights.
The high input latency.
Yeah.
Here, try it.
I would die.
No, I don't like it.
It's like gaming on a TV from like 15, 20 years
yeah,
ago.
with VSync on.
You know, remember when they had like 80 milliseconds of input lag on a TV?
Yeah, especially
Okay.
going from CRTs to early LCD.
It might
was
not be
rough.
quite, 60 or 80, but it's a lot.
It feels bad.
Yeah,
I don't
50
like
plus
it.
for sure.
I do.
I know they're playing at 8K, but it was satisfying there to see them get a big stutter.
Especially going from CRTs to early LCD. It
might
The 1% lows are like 15,
was rough.
which is probably because of the frame gen.
quite,
They had a big stutter then and went down to
60 or
7.
80, but it's
Satisfying to see that because I get that on my PC sometimes.
plus for
And I worry about it because stuttering is so irritating me.
Do not like it at all. And you see those fences getting all super messed up as we drive past them too. I don't think it's just like some of it's the lights.
I didn't even see that.
But some of it's really not.
You can also see at the bumper of our car.
Oh yeah, there's a huge trail.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I even see that when I'm, bear in mind I play with frame gen, if I'm like out in the Badlands where you get 165 FPS, which is what it goes, it max, at least on my PC, it maxes to 165. I still see that ghosting, even at 165 baseline FPS somehow. Also, I mean, I don't know if it's the baseline, but at least 100 FPS. With path tracing on native, that's pretty impressive. It's got to be said.
Oh yeah. Okay, we still have to play 2.
Leaving the city and going into Badlands on Cyberpunk is one of the most satisfying things you can do for performance.
605 watts.
We cracked 600 watts.
Nah, bro.
600.
Huh?
Oh.
However, MSI's liquid cooler putting in the work. 63 degrees max.
That's actually really good.
That's pretty cool.
And we've been sitting here gaming on it.
Oh yeah.
Like, it might have dropped a little bit in between sessions and stuff, but like,
still,
we've been sitting here using. I'm gonna go touch it.
Way to go touch it.
that's pretty good. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you put a giant radiator on
You
it.
remember I took that thing out and I was like, wow, that's like hot to
Yeah.
This is like warm, and that's
Realistically, the proof's in the pudding there, boys.
is doing real good.
It's doing the work.
We're getting 20 FPS.
It's a way smoother 20 FPS.
It really is, because our 1% lows are like right below
So what have they done now? It's until
that.
Yep. It's an incredibly smooth 20 FPS. Like it feels, that's the best 20 FPS I've felt in a long time.
It's solid.
So this still is not an 8K GPU, in short.
If you're trying to run at these kinds of settings.
We
There you
don't even
go.
have ray tracing on, brother.
There you go.
Here.
Wait, what else? Yeah, what do we have?
That's
on?
all there is
We're
to
not
it.
even, nah,
We're
dude,
at ultra, DLSS off,
like let's go medium.
medium. Yeah,
Let's go
turn
medium.
DLSS off. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Hey.
Medium. Yeah,
Let's go,
DLSS off.
like let's go medium.
Oh.
Medium. Yeah,
Let's go
turn
medium.
DLSS off. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. But I thought they were able to change the frame generation if I was starting the game. I was about to lose it.
A lot better.
Hey,
70 FPS, 60 FPS.
okay.
Sorry, is that? Well, that's that's medium without ray tracing and without DLSS. Can't even hit 60
Hey,
70 FPS, 60 FPS.
okay.
on a
if you're okay with
5090.
medium, or even low, like Cyberpunk low.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty good.
It's amazing how much better this feels now that I'm used to like 20. Like, that's one of your favorite things, you know, comparison is the thief of joy, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Well, in this case, comparison actually brings me great joy.
Oh yeah,
Because this is the best feeling 50 FPS I've ever felt coming from 20.
I'm sure it is.
That comparison is the FIFA Joy thing is quite a good explanation for what I kind of go through at times. I'm trying really hard, like at the minute, and I'm not really playing many graphically intensive games, but when I do, I'm trying not to turn on frame view, trying not to turn on any other like MSI Afterburner overlays or anything, in the aim of not worrying about what my FPS is. Because if I worry about my FPS, all I do is spend time changing settings, and that's not what I want to do. So 8K gaming is never gonna get me because I'm gonna be spending all day looking at a frame view. Not happening.
You know what? Would I put on a little bit of
Would you go down from this?
No.
I don't think I would.
No, would I put on a little bit of ray tracing? Just a little bit.
Well, it's gonna go down though.
Yeah, I know, but just a little bit of ray tracing. Just a little bit of ray tracing.
Okay.
Oh,
It's just a little bit of ray tracing.
there it is.
Not even path tracing. It's so easy to do in real time. It's so easy.
I don't know if I would turn RT on in this game.
Not at 8K.
Not at 8K. Let's try Indiana Jones.
All right.
The first game to require ray tracing.
Yeah.
I think we can almost form a conclusion now, though. It's an 8K capable card, as long as you don't expect to play the latest games with ray tracing.
Well, let's wait until we actually play Indiana Jones, because I know Cyberpunk is demanding, but it is old. I want to see how Indiana Jones goes, and I want to see if we can run it at least at medium without path tracing.
Okay, we're not running it Supreme.
You don't want to run it Supreme?
No, I'm not gonna run it Supreme. 8K?
Come on.
Do
Just
it.
want to see it?
Do
Yeah.
it.
It's got Supreme in the name. I don't like.
Where's the red sticker then?
the brand.
8K.
Supreme. How's it feel? You're getting over 60 now.
This looks great.
It really does. This came out like months ago.
Well,
there's at least a bit of RT on because
That's impressive.
and we're in Supreme mode.
At 8K.
At 8K, and your 1% lows are like 25. Is it 50?
50, 55.
Oh wow, they are. And your average is like 62, 63.
I mean, this is kind of beautiful.
Are there ray tracing settings to turn up?
Oh yeah.
I'm honestly very impressed, and
I was not expecting this.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, hold on. We have ray tracing as off as it goes in this game.
Yeah.
I see.
Supreme does not automatically turn on ray tracing.
Oh, 38. It went down to 38.
Is there just like RT that's not path trace?
That's it.
Oh, okay, whatever.
So, yeah, I can't even click it. There we go.
Jesus
There
Christ.
you go.
This is what we were looking at the start of the video, was path tracing set to full.
Got it.
And it is just obviously not happening. But you know what? This is pretty good.
It's playable.
And you haven't even turned on DLSS yet.
No, I haven't.
Oh man, that's actually not that much worse.
It's playable. It's 35 FPS in the 1% lows, which
that's really impressive,
for a
actually.
Competitive shooter, absolutely unacceptable. But for a more cinematic game, and
yeah, that's impressive. That's really good. I'm surprised.
Like this.
It's a little low.
It's a little low.
But there's a solution to that.
Just put a controller.
I don't like frame gen.
Put a controller on.
She's pretty though.
It does.
I just turned HDR on. We didn't have it on.
Eh? Hang on. The settings are the same. They've turned DLSS on and frame gen. They're getting the same FPS.
She's pretty though.
Bro, how does that work?
It does.
I just turned HDR on. We didn't have it on before.
Oh my god.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, those shadows.
Oh man.
We're still getting like 45 FPS average.
No, I have frame gen on.
You have frame gen on?
I have frame gen on.
Oh, how does it feel?
Well, here.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's not like the worst thing.
Oh, the latency's not available.
But it's really not great. It's
That would
like
be useful to
VSync
see.
Plus.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, if all you've done is gamed with VSync on, it probably feels fine to you.
Yeah.
It's not until you game at high refresh rates without VSync, where you're used to that like instant input, that you really start to notice VSync.
Love
And
instant
just
input.
how bad it really
No
is.
delay is just so satisfying.
There's no way I can play with this. It doesn't feel like 40 FPS when I'm moving around at all. It feels more like 30-ish, if not lower.
I think it feels even lower. Okay, so with that
Yikes.
in mind, at 8K, how would we play this game?
I would probably play it how we had it set earlier, with Supreme, RT set to as low as possible.
The thing is, RT set as low as possible is still RT. It's not path tracing, it doesn't have to be, but path tracing is better.
We could do medium?
You think medium? Okay.
I bet we could do medium.
Medium with DLSS quality might be okay.
I think this is
This is reasonable.
This is it.
I think this is it. Yeah.
I think this is it.
Yeah, because the DLSS stuff isn't super noticeable. Might be more in other scenes. Seems fine here.
This is...
It's pretty playable.
Boy, is that a pretty looking game.
Wow.
And boy, are those ever playable frame rates.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Oh man, this room looks so much better with HDR on.
Yeah.
Like, it's got so much more.
Oh.
Damn. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Just gotta look so. There's like, am I losing my mind here? There's like a trail left. You can see, what is going on right there? Hold up. You can see it there on the window, and then it's there again. Look, oh, it gets barred there, and then you can see it on the wood. That must just be the camera frame rate versus the TV, right? Look at that. You can't see it. Look at that on the cabinet. Oh, that's just. I'm hoping. Even that. I'm assuming that's just the frame rate of the camera catching up with the TV, maybe. Oh. Surely they couldn't see that. Surely.
That's pretty decent.
So, you're standing in a hallway. At the end of the hallway is an RTX 5090. Do you walk down the hallway?
Right now, I'm walking further down the hallway than I did an hour ago. I'll tell you that much. I don't want to spend the money that it'll cost to buy this graphics card, but I really do want this performance.
He's going from a...
But not at 8K.
He's going from a 4090, a 4090 to a 5090 is just, it seems like the most pointless. If he had to, like, fair enough, yeah, if he was given the 4090, but if you've, imagine spending your money on a 4090 just to then buy a 5090. What, like, why? Why would you do that?
8K is not going to happen, and there's good reasons for it.
Yeah, here's the thing. Even as a man who owns a monitor, 8K just doesn't have any appeal. For one thing, the displays are still super expensive.
Yeah.
The 77-inch LG OLED Evo Z3 is $10,000.
Which, in fairness, is a third of what this was worth.
Bro, imagine a $10,000 machine TV with 4 stars. Bro, imagine looking at this going, 4 stars, I'll have that for 10 grand. Like, what? How is that not How is that not 5 stars?
Which, in fairness, is a third of what this was worth when it was new.
It's 11 inches smaller, but yeah, the 75-inch Samsung QN900D is more affordable at only $4,500 on sale, mind you. But you're still paying a lot for that higher resolution.
I would avoid Samsung at all costs because I hate their OS layout.
And making matters worse, the content just isn't made for it.
Oh, yeah.
While the screen resolution will be higher and the polygons will be sharper, most games don't use more than 4K for their textures, with most movies and TV shows capping out at 4K as well, if you're lucky. But 4K, still plenty demanding, and we saw a similar generational performance uplift at 4K in our review of this monster.
Yeah.
So,
and if I'm seeing the improvements here, between the 5090 to the 4090, going 8K to 4K.
You're gonna see it in 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. At the end of the day, it's a very expensive card, but it delivers very impressive results, and the older generation card you're coming from, the more of a difference you're going to notice.
Yes,
and I'm going to be coming from 30 series.
See, that's what I mean. Going from imagine if I went from a 2080 Ti to a friggin' 5090, I think I would cry. But it's just, I don't know. It depends. Like, if you're going from a 4090, it's not worth it at all.
Like I said publicly, I completely skipped the 40 series. With
That's
all
fair.
Of that said,
That's fair.
If you're going to buy a 50 series card, we're obviously going to have some 50 series products from MSI linked down below.
Oh, that's the end of the. I ended really quick because it was just skipping all of the sponsorships and stuff. But no, that was the 5090. I mean, in my opinion, if you already had a 40 series card, doesn't matter what, unless it's like a really cheap 40 series. I don't know what the lowest one is, but let's say it's a 4060. I really don't know. I've got no idea. But if you're going from a really low end 40 series graphics card, then maybe. But like, obviously you don't want that for 8K gaming. That's just unnecessary. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the midpoint that I've got, which is the 4070 Ti Super, is quite nice. It can do 4K with DLSS performance, but at 1080p, which is what I play at, it's great. It works for the most part on everything, and the fact that I can do path tracing on Cyberpunk is great. But if I really want to push it, I can do 4K path tracing on the TV if I go DLSS performance. But DLSS performance is used, in my opinion, or DLSS in general, to help you go from 60 FPS to a bit higher, not reach 60 FPS. It's not a good experience to go from like 20, 15 FPS to 60. It's just awful. If you've never felt it before, it's just so, the input lag. It's like, it literally feels, which is crazy because you're playing on a native system. There's nothing blocking your connection or anything, but it feels like you're playing cloud gaming. If you've ever played cloud gaming, you know what that's like. But yeah, that doesn't surprise us that 8K gaming, it's not worth the money at all. It's not worth the money. I'm just interested. I would love to see, I know it's never going to happen, but I would love to see frame generation put somehow into Red Dead Redemption 2. There may be a mod for it, I don't know, I've never really looked into it, but Red Dead Redemption 2, for me, is the perfect example of a game that still looks great to this day, but it doesn't run the best. So even on my graphics card, it doesn't run great because it doesn't have frame gen and it doesn't have, you know, I'm running at an average of, let's say, 60 FPS, but if I had frame gen, I could take that 60 FPS and make it 120. Maybe it wouldn't be that high, but you get the point. It would be nice to have frame gen and this kind of stuff. There's certain games, I can't really think of any more off the top of my head, but there's certain games that came out at a time when DLSS was a thing, but frame gen wasn't, and those games that don't have it is kind of, that's the ones where we really need it. I think it would be good to have it, but it's what it is. But yeah, it doesn't surprise us the 5090 is not going to be suitable for 8K gaming, and it's in some cases barely suitable for 4K gaming. If as soon as you turn path tracing on, aim with your time. I wouldn't dare. I ain't gonna waste my time with that. You're joking? Screw that! I don't waste my time with that. Anyway, that was the 5090 playing at 8K.